everybody. So happy to see you. And Barry, my friend Barry, I'm always happy to see you. And I'm wondering, what season of the year just started, Barry?
It's springtime. It is springtime right here.
That's true. Do you know any jokes about springtime?
Of course I do. Um, do you know what's springtime's favorite kind of pickles?
What?
Daffodils. Daffodils. And why would a gardener throw a seed into a pond of water?
I don't know why.
So he could grow a watermelon. See, these are classic springtime jokes, and I have to wait 3 seasons to pull them out again, but it's worth
That's
it when it happens.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So, springtime, there are things that people think of for the season of spring and springtime. For a lot of people, it's about things start growing, like the leaves on the trees start growing, maybe the grass starts to turn green. Some plants and flowers start to grow, like behind me, tulips, one of my very favorite flowers. Those usually grow in the spring. A lot of animals have babies in the spring. So if you think about baby bunnies and maybe baby bears, those are springtime things. Baseball, Barry would tell you baseball is a springtime thing. Um, what else? The days start to get longer. There's a lot more sunlight during the day. And the days also, at least where we live, start to get warmer. So those are also things that people associate with the spring. But spring is just one of the seasons. What are the other seasons, Barry?
I think we go through one of the reasons we love spring so much is because we just came through winter and that time of being cold. And spring brings its own new hope. And then we move into summer where it's warm and we're outside a lot and we get really used to being outside and having the sun kind of as our companion and baseball. And then we move into fall and, we can feel the changing of the seasons kind of in our bodies as the days get shorter and as the leaves turn color and stuff like that. And we know that we're moving towards winter. One of the things about the seasons is you can count on them, right? It marks the passage of time. And it also is just kind of like a feeling that we have as we move through the seasons. Just that in springtime is one of our favorites because it is a season of great hope and great newness, and a lot of new things get started in spring. And it's such a great thing when we see the trees budding out, like those trees that are behind you in this picture there. They're just beautiful. They're not going to look like that in the winter. And I know just by looking at that picture, it's like, wow, that's spring moving into summer. That's what that picture is. And we know those things, and we can really count on those things.
I love how you put that we can count on it, that we can be sure without a doubt that we can know that the seasons are going to happen. We can know that spring is always going to come after winter, and then we're going to have summer, and then we're going to have fall, and then we're going to have winter again. And that nature really does know it without a doubt, for sure, always knows that certain things are going to happen. The trees trust that the leaves are going to come back, right? We trust that the seasons are going to follow this pattern. We know that things are going to start growing. Nature just knows. Like you said, they can really count on it. And even a seed also knows, right? A tomato seed knows that it's going to become a tomato. It doesn't have to doubt. It doesn't have to wonder. It knows that it's going to become a tomato. So a lot of things in nature have this knowing, and it's things you can count on, right? Well, but if things in nature feel that way, can I feel that way, Barry?
You can absolutely, because we're a part of it. We are a part of it, and we've always been a part of it, and we get to enjoy it and move through it. And I think can help us build up our sense of being confident. It can bring up our sense of being at home and being at peace and knowing when we're doing the right things. And I think there's just a natural way that we can move through life. And I think observing nature around us helps us to feel feel a part of it. Just like in springtime, we go out now to just notice things, to notice the trees. I love walking around the neighborhood and I'll see a big cottonwood tree that the leaves are coming out on, and then I'll start noticing cottonwood trees everywhere that are in the same place of development. And it's just so cool to feel that we're a part of something bigger. And that bigger thing that we're a part of is God. And God is in nature, God is in each one of us, God is showing up and growing through us, just the way God grows through all things.
Yeah, I think God is a huge part of the whole thing. So we talked about knowing, how we can know, how we can be certain that spring is always going to come after winter, how we can be certain that the leaves are going to grow on the tree, and we can be certain that God is real. We can be certain that God is everywhere and inside everything and inside everyone, which includes me and you. And those things that we can be certain of with God, that's going to make us feel like, yeah, we can trust. Yes, we can be strong. And yes, we are always supported and loved. That certainty in God, supported, strengthened, trusting, and loved. And love is my favorite one of those for sure. Um, what is a word for that, Barry, for that being certain about something?
For me, that word is confidence. That we can be confident doing the things that we do in life, and especially when we try to do new things and we step out into a new way of being, that we can be confident things are going to be all right, that God's got us. We're in God's hands. And when we look at all the things that happen in nature, just kind of automatically, it helps us relax. We're going to be okay. God's watching us too, just like all the flowers and all the trees. We are a part of it. And I think we can develop a sense of confidence by looking at nature to realize that we're a part of all those patterns too. So I think that's the word we're looking for: confidence, being confident that we're a part of this garden too.
Confidence is a great word. So if you can be confident that God is loving you, God is supporting you, God is strengthening you, what might you do? Right? If you have that feeling that you are totally loved and totally supported, would you try new things? Would you do some things that you might not normally? Would you feel a little better? Would you trust more people? There's all kinds of cool things that can come out of that, which I really, really love. So, springtime, nature, it knows, it feels certain, and you can also feel certain. And one of the things you can feel certain about is God. And we have an affirmation for you today. All right. Our affirmation for today is I love life and life loves me. And you could even change that up if you want. And you could say, I love God and God loves me. All right. We are going to finish with a song, one of my very favorite Barry songs. Barry, what's the name of this song?
This song is called "Grow in Our Garden," and I love growing a garden. And there's somebody looking through the window at me right now. Uh, so a lot of my songs are about gardens and nature because I love it so much, and I think that we're a part of something, and we're a part of this growing that's going on with God all the time. And we plant new seeds in our life by trying new things in our life. And the confidence that you were talking about is what gets us to plant new seeds. It's like, yeah, I can plant that seed with confidence because I know it's going to come up, because that's the way life works. So that's what this one's about. The world is a garden, so fertile and fine, and we get to tend it while we're together in time. We live in a greenhouse, what a beautiful show. We're learning by reaping all the seeds that we sow. Grow in our garden, garden. We're planting good seed. Loving the rain, loving the sun. We got all that we need. Already seeing the harvest that'll come in its own good time. We're growing our garden, and we're all growing up just fine. When the weeds come a-calling, as weeds always do, we'll take time to pull them so all the good can get through. So glad to be in this garden, working together with you, keeping it simple, and we're keeping it true. We're growing our garden, we're planting good seed, loving the rain, loving the sun. We got all that we need, already seeing the harvest that'll come in its own good time. We're growing our garden, and we're all growing up just fine. Yeah, we're growing our garden, and we're all growing up just fine. Yeah.
All right. I love it. And I love you. So good to spend time with you, friends. We'll see you later.
Bye-bye.